Hello everyone, it's Jamal Thomas. Welcome to the Progressive Soapbox. So I'm going to call it the Mad Max Brexit. Mad Max Brexit. That's where the government burst through the EU, wheels on fire, off of a cliff. Nigel Farage, shirt off, singing hallelujah. Oh wow, I'm almost knocked a cup to him. That's where it looks like it's going. Whether they plan to do this or whether this is just ass backwards, that's where it looks like it's going. Theresa May is in an unenviable position. It's somewhat untenable. You have people in her government who are hell-bent on bringing her out of the EU, meaning that Chequers plan was dead on arrival. And if that Chequers plan was the only plan that they had, meaning if that was the only arrow they had in that quiver, and that quiver was already broken, then what? It looks like they're headed for Mad Max Brexit. That said, the government is not getting across, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say it's not getting across this idea of confidence. One of the stories that came out, I think this was yesterday, was that the government is stockpiling vital blood products and medicine in case of a no-deal Brexit. You know what doesn't instill me with this idea of serenity and that the government has it under control? Releasing stories saying that you might be low on medicines, ergo you're stockpiling more. That's terrifying. There's my wife and I are taking a trip to Africa. It's coming up in September. And I gotta be honest, like I said, I've been somewhat racist about Africa. Not intentionally. It's the stuff that's been shoved in me over the course of my time growing up here. My only view of Africa is goddamn Sally Struthers feeding some kid that rib cage is showing, and she's holding a sandwich away for the kid so he can get, look bad on camera. So rectifying that image with reality is a little weird. And so we're going. My rule is always go see for yourself. Some of the places keep using this term compound, and every so often they would say, this place is extremely safe. Now the thing is, the moment that you tell me that I'm extremely safe, I start to think, well, wait a minute. Why is my safety in question in the first place? Why are we talking about my safety? Meaning, the very act of you telling me that I'm safe and the very act of you trying to keep me safe to some degree gets across that I may be in danger. I understand that there is no such thing as a perfect process, meaning if you have something in place to keep me safe, you're trying to keep me safe from something. And there is a chance that you could not, for whatever reason, hold back the night. And my safety will be put in jeopardy. The very act of you telling me that I'm safe gets across that I'm in some level of danger. I'm saying the very act of the government saying that they're stockpiling blood and medicines and vaccines gets across the level of chaos that may be wrought with a Mad Max Brexit. Let's take a look at this. But I am right on this. That Chequers plan is dead on arrival. And they knew that plan was dead on arrival. Now, I know there's some people that have an idea that Theresa May is doing this intentionally because she did not want to leave the European Union. That she, for the most part, was not a real Brexiteer. And in not being a Brexiteer, being somewhat of a Remainer, she's trying to essentially fuck up the process. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if she's actually trying to meld some middle of the ground deal to satisfy business interests while at the same token trying to give some semblance of a Brexit. I don't know. I'm just saying what it looks like now, in reality. The plan that she overtly came up with, was being shot down. And there is no way. When Rees-Mogg got her to add that tariff poison pill, it was indeed a poison pill. The European Union is not going to collect tariffs. And she could not explain the plan herself. Let's take a read just for the top part of this. Because this doesn't instill confidence. That's all I'm saying. The government is making plans to stockpile vital blood products and medicines in case of a no-deal Brexit, the new health secretary has said. Matthew Hancock admitted he has already met with the industry leaders to discuss building up NHS reserves of vaccinations and other medical product supplies if Britain crashes out of the European Union without a deal. I love the phrasing of that, crashes out of the European Union. I use the term Mad Max. Crashes is, for the most part, let's say, the moderate way of saying Mad Max. His comments came after Dominic Raab, the new Brexit secretary, brand new because the last one just up and left. His dreams of a Brexit was dying. I know that was Boris Johnson that said that, but still, all of them had this euphoric dream of Brexit, this gentleman's Brexit, that did not come to pass. Reality caught up with him. Finally confirmed preparations were being made to stockpile food. Oh God, food also? As ministers ramp up planning in case the negotiations fail. Theresa May told MPs last week that consumers and companies will be sent technical notices. That's great. They're going to get a notice over the summer to help them prepare for a no-deal Brexit amid pressure from Eurosceptics to strengthen Britain's hand in talks, gearing up to walk away. Look, there is no strengthening of your hand. Look at this from the standpoint of the European Union. You have other countries now that are Eurosceptics. And those other countries may decide they want to leave. All right, Britain has left. Now, what is in your best interest as a European Union? Do you want to give Britain a sweetheart deal in which other countries can look at that and say, hey, maybe we can get a sweetheart deal in the same way Britain got that sweetheart deal? Or do you to some degree want to make Britain suffer? Do you want to make them worse off? Not because you're being malicious, but because you want to maintain the integrity of your organization. And to some degree, maintaining the integrity of your organization incentivizes you to make Britain hurt. The only way you need to do this is we are a rules-based organization. If you want access to a single market, you need to just follow the rules. That's it. Now, the problem with this is that for all intents and purposes, that means that you're just in the European Union. And that's what they've done. We are a rules-based organization. You need to follow our rules if you want access to our single markets, meaning you need to be in regulatory alignment and there needs to be freedom of movement. There are 4 rules. I can't think of all 4. But those are the big 2. Let's take a look at this. Let's keep going. I just wanted a little bit more. But I love that. She gave them notices in case we crash out of the European Union. Read this in case of this. I love that. In case of a nuclear bomb blast, hide under desk. That's going to totally help. However, the warnings provoked Brexiteer fury, with one Tory Eurosceptic accusing the Health Secretary of weaponizing the no-deal preparations amid efforts to win support for the Prime Minister's Brexit vision. I love that. Weaponizing the no-deal preparations. I love the way Brits phrase things. Mr. Hancock told the Commons Health Committee, "We are seeking to avoid a no-deal Brexit. I'm confident that it can be avoided, but any responsible government needs to prepare for a range of outcomes, including the unlikely scenario of a no-deal." That's true, by the way. You don't have a choice. It just looks bad when there's a press report saying you're stockpiling vaccinations, giving this impression that you may not have enough vaccinations. That's all. All right, I'm going to leave this here. It could be read. This government looks like it's in shambles. It looks like it's in shambles. Now, the question is, how long does zombie Prime Minister Theresa May continue to lurch forward? How long? And the reason I ask this is this seems an untenable situation. Meaning, how do you resolve this? And is this one of those things where the call for the referendum gets louder or call for an election gets louder? In which case, the election itself is the referendum. Politics in Britain right now is fascinating. Stay tuned. Thanks, guys. Oh, if you enjoy the content, please feel free to share, like, subscribe. You can always support the patron. I'm doing these here because I have to go to a radio show this morning, and I have to leave the house at like 4 o'clock. So I don't want to go live because me going live is having a weird idea of time, in which case 5 minutes becomes 5 hours. So you guys have a decent one. I'm going to be on fault lines this morning, so if you catch this, I'll be there. Thanks, guys.